Hey guys, it's Zen Mama. How y'all doing today? So I had a few people message me and ask me about inner child healing and what all that entails. And it's really just connecting with that inner child and looking at situations that happened in your childhood and seeing them from a different perspective, or going back and forgiving the 7-year-old you or the 13-year-old you for things that put you in a different path. But regardless, the path still brought you to you, right? Like, you're who you are now because of the path you took. So I don't think that I don't think your path was wrong. Don't mistake that. I think that you have to struggle to be happy. I think you have to go through a lot of healing. It's almost like grieving. You have stages you go through. Like, you avoid it, you self-medicate, you get angry, you cry, you're not happy, you fill yourself up with things and people to try to fill yourself up. But realistically, if you've never looked inside and healed from your childhood or your past, you can't love yourself completely and you're not going to move forward.
Look at me.
Oh, I have a little boy. He just got himself dressed. He's super cute. So people do it there's a whole bunch of different ways. OM Daily, OM Daily. If you look up that they have a inner child course. I think it's like $10. It may not even be that much. Which goes like step-by-step guide. So there's a lot of things out there. And once you listen to this video, I'm sure Instagram will pop up a ton of little ads for inner child healing. Any of them probably would work the same. Some of them just tell you to give a donation. Those are probably the best ones because they're doing it truly because they want to help you, not because they're trying to make, a buck. But you can formulate a dialogue with yourself and you can journal. Like, journaling is honestly one of my favorite things to do because I just start thinking, like, I'll think of a time when, like, I fought with my mom and I'm like, why did I fight with her? And then I just start writing. I don't think, I just start writing and all of this stuff just comes out and it's like, oh. And then I can reread it and look at it from a different perspective. Okay, well, this is why she reacted this way because I wasn't being so nice. But why wasn't I being so nice? And like trying to follow that little rabbit hole down to just find the root cause. And sometimes it's just as simple as you didn't feel loved. You wanted attention. I see it a lot in my oldest child. He gets very manic and very picks on you and tries to make you fight with him when he wants you to play with him. That's all he wants. He wants you to play, but he does it in a different way. And he's probably going to need a lot of healing when he grows up because a lot of people are like, just stop. Go ahead and start putting money back for his therapy. Anyway, but you can do something as simple as just writing a letter to him or her, telling them things like, I love you, I hear you, thank you for what you did, or thank you for going through this, and I'm sorry that, we made this choice, but it's okay because here we are here and I forgive you. Forgiving yourself is such I have to do on a regular basis. Something will pop in my head. And inner child healing is always constant. You're never going to completely be over everything in one fell swoop. That's happiness is a journey, not a destination. It is. You webbing through it blue. And last night I got triggered by something with my children. Children are a really bad trigger because it brings you back to something else and you're like, whoa. And you have to stop and be like, it's okay. It's okay. I am enough. I can get through this. Looking at yourself. Anyway, sorry. My brain goes like this. But when an image comes up of something or somebody triggers you, that's a great time to just take a second and just figure out, why did that trigger you? Why did your child just piss you off when they said a certain thing or did a certain or didn't do something? Those are always fun to dive down. And if you need guidance, holler. I'm not an expert, but I can be a layman and like point you in the right direction and give you some tips and tools of stuff I've done. You know, the writing, the journaling is honestly probably the best thing I've ever done. My therapist had recommended that, and I was like, you know what, I do. I had an affliction with journaling because I had my diary read when I was a teenager. So it took a lot for me to get back to writing things, but I put a little note in the front of it that said, this is just my thoughts. There's no reason or rhyme. If you read it and you get offended, that's on you. And it's bold letters right in the front. So if they read it and they get offended, it's on them. My husband's very good. He doesn't sneak around, but my kids later in life, they may. But you know what? Life is a journey. Meditation helps. And visualizing. One of the guided meditations I listened to one time, which really was amazing, was imagine yourself floating along your timeline, floating backwards, and that you're dropping down right before something happens. And when you do that, you can change the narrative where you're looking at it differently. So maybe you and your sister got in like a knockdown, drag out fight over, this is totally made up, a boy. And that made a friction in your relationship that shattered. Well, you can go back to that time and look at it and be like, oh, she was my little sister. She just wanted to be like me. It wasn't because she was trying to be mean and take my stuff. It was, she just wanted to be like me. And just look at it from a different perspective. And it's amazing how all of that like weight just gets lifted off of you at that point, because now you're seeing it from somebody else's view. You're seeing it from your view as an adult looking at something that happened as a child, and your view is going to be different because you have all of these worldwide experiences from the past that you went down in your journey of life. You see how like all that tied back together? Yeah, y'all stuck with me. Thanks for sticking with me, y'all. Oh, sometimes I ask myself. But it really does work, and it really does help you, especially when you're triggered by your children. And I say that a lot because that's usually when you get triggered, is either triggered by children, or triggered by a parent, or triggered by a boss, coworker. There's usually an underlying reason you're getting triggered. And if you can figure that out, you'll no longer be triggered, and you'll be like, hey, whatever. You do you, I do me. And it won't affect you and stress you out as much. Anyway, I hope that helped explain a little bit, or maybe I just caused some more confusion. If I did, just direct message me again, and I'm happy to talk to people one-on-one about it. It is a lot of work, and you do cry and you do get angry, and but it's also very cathartic, whatever I'm trying to say. It's really nice. Like once that weight gets lifted, it's just, it's a great feeling. And I would love y'all to feel that too. So get to work, get some inner child healing done. Y'all have a great day. Signing off.